Howdy y'all, clothing stores can still make a lot of money with Facebook ads if they do it right. Well, in this video, I'm gonna be walking you through everything we did to make $137,000 in the last 7 days. And honestly, it's probably more than 137. I'll probably update it in the description of what's actually happening because the sale is still technically going on. Make sure that you grab something to take notes with and stick around to the end where I'll be sharing with you the real results and numbers at the end of this video so that you can implement them into your business. All right, let's get into this. All right, so number one is the research. I know this isn't sexy, but I promise you that if you skip this step, you are going to be leaving a lot of money on the table. So what exactly do you do for the research? Well, you want to look at a couple of things, right? So your competitors' ads and their copy, so the verbiage they write, past performance of your current ads, right? Or past ads, right? So anything that's performed well for you. The best email and open rates, click-through rates that you have on file, right? So anything that's done well for you, we wanna look at that. Email, SMS, anything like that. We wanna look at the offers from similar brands, right? I think you can look at other competitors like brands and look at potential offers that you could use, but you could also look at offers from different industries as well. Another thing you want to do is look at your competitor's website. What on that website is actually getting people to take action or not take action? What is enticing to you or not enticing to you? 70% of your time and effort should be spent on this area, and this area being the research. And trust me, it was not the most fun for me at the time either because it's very time consuming and very repetitive because you do the same thing over and over again, just continually getting better. One tip in your research that will really help you: do not ever assume anything, right? So the number one tip I can tell you from the research is do not assume anything, which is why you have to do research for every major campaign, every major sale that you're about to do. But without this one step, it is not possible for you to generate the sales that you want. This really is the glue that helps make your ad convert, right? It's the tiny little details that makes your business grow. It's the tiny little details within these ads, within the research that helps you grow as well. All right, before we cover number two and talk about the most important part of your business, I just wanted to say howdy. My name is Aaron. I'm one of the co-founders here at Bit Branding, and we're an e-commerce growth agency that specializes in helping clothing stores grow and scale profitably online. Now, make sure that you do yourself a huge favor and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of the latest strategies for clothing stores. We drop new content for you every single week. All right, so number two is the offer. This campaign would not have been possible without an amazing offer. Completely transparent here. There were a few things that lined up here to make the offer even sweeter. A great quality product. This is a must, by the way. Holiday weekend, right, is part of it, right? So holiday weekend, sales were anticipated, right? Everybody anticipates there's going to be a sale, and then a great deal was offered. So we had a high quality product on a holiday weekend with a great deal, or a great sale rather. You go back to the good old days of midnight TV specials where people bought millions of dollars worth of products they never needed. Now, I'm not saying that you sell something that no one needs, but what I am saying is that you need to create an offer so good that people will stop what they are doing, pull out their card, and pay for it on the spot because they can't believe it was that good, right? The offer is so good. So let's assume you're selling a t-shirt and you get in front of the right customer. I actually had this happen to me the other day. So what was happening is I was scrolling through Instagram, I was getting a drink of water, and then I was getting ready to go use the restroom, and I saw an ad on Instagram. I was like, oh, this is amazing. So I love the Ninja Turtles. And then we also live in the Dallas area, and I love the Mavericks here as well. So I'm like, okay, love the Mavericks, love the Ninja Turtles, and it was a Ninja Turtle that was actually my favorite Ninja Turtle. So it's not only a Ninja Turtle t-shirt, but my favorite Ninja Turtle and a basketball team that I like. So it's like the Mavericks and basketball and Ninja Turtle. So it's like a really cool shirt. The problem is, right, and the price was good. Design specifically was like for me. This was like literally the t-shirt for me. But I was busy and had to move on to something else. But if they would have said, this is a limited time only had X available for purchase, or a special discount for the next X amount of days or hours or whatever else, I would have went to get my card and made that purchase, and likely you would see me with this shirt in this video, right? I would have this shirt right now. I do not. I likely will buy, but this was last week. So it's been another 7 days where they did not get that sale. So how can you make that offer so good that your customers will take action and feel like they are stealing from you, right? You want them to feel like this is such a good deal for me that it's stealing. That's where the research comes in. Now, here are a couple of quick tips to help you with making this feel like a very good deal. 1, limited time. 2, it's a free gift. 3, limited quantity, right? So scarcity. 4, is it a special, right? What's special about this? Is it a special run? Is it a special time of the year, etc.? What can make this item feel different? These are all ways that you can push the customer over the edge. But remember the rule number 1, have a great product. We cannot fix that, right? No matter what we do in these videos, if you don't have a good product, I cannot help you sell it. What I will share with you though, and later in this video, is when we look at the campaign, is that the results were great, even post iOS, even without the ability to use triple whale, and without touching one single interest targeting option. And if you watched any of our other videos, right, we do not like interest targeting for 99.9999% of all of our ads, right? And this whole campaign was set up with all of those things in place, right? So it's post iOS. We couldn't use triple whale because of the way the website was built, and we didn't use one interest targeting for this campaign, right? But before we jump into that business model side of things, make sure that you touch that like button for the YouTube algorithm. This really helps us, and it's free. I don't know if you knew that, but it actually is free. And just for doing that, here's a picture of my favorite dinosaur. All right, so number 3 is the business model. Understanding your business model is a critical step. Critical step in the success of a campaign. Although we were very profitable with this campaign on the front end because of the other areas I mentioned, right? So we had a very good offer, we did our research, but even if we didn't do those other things, right? And let's just say we got some results. Even if we were not using those other areas, it is still possible to make a return on your investment. And you're like, Aaron, how the heck is that possible? Dan Kennedy famously said, those who can spend the most to acquire a customer will win. The way I look at it, as long as I know when I will be profitable, I can make the ads work because it comes down to basic math. I can project into the future, and as long as I have cash reserves, I will be profitable because the business will take care of itself. If I have a $100 AOV or average order value, but I spend $90 to acquire that customer, right? I'm likely not profitable. You're not profitable. But if I know that in the next 30 days, my average customer spends with me another $100, then now I just paid $90 to make $200, which I can do all day, right? I'm profitable at that point. Not a lot, but I am profitable. Then by 6 months in, I know that they spend on average $400 with me. So if I acquire a customer today for $90, that may seem high, right? I mean, it is really high. But if I know I can make $400 off of them in the next 6 months and get them to purchase again with very profitable means of getting them back, right? I'm not using ads again, I'm using other ways. I just made over 4 times on my money, right? So $90 to get $400 out of them. Side note, profitable ways to get customers to come back: email, SMS, postcards. Oh, and taking dang good care of them, right? They will come back on their own. They do need some prompting, but take good care of them. They will come back. You know your business and you know your numbers. Work backwards from that and give yourself a range that you can acquire a customer that still adds profit, right? So then your ads are purely just numbers to drive traffic, and your business model takes care of the rest, right? So imagine Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever those things are, they just send traffic to the site, and then once they get to the site converts, the emails take care of the rest, everything else is a business model, it's a system that's in place at that point, right? And then you let the business model take care of everything else, right? So let your inventory and supply chain be the issues that you have to focus on, not your marketing, right? Because those are logistical things that are sometimes outside of your control. The marketing, for the most part, inside of your control. Speaking of logistics and numbers, we were flying blind. Honestly, we were like everybody else when it came to ads for a very long time before we found triple whale. And this has a 99+% accurate attribution. You may be thinking like, well, what the heck is triple whale? Well, the attribution is really just a fancy way of saying we know which platforms are generating the real revenue and results. And whenever the iOS tracking issues came into play, it really messed up our data to see where sales were coming from, and triple whale fixes that. So imagine being able to run your ads on Facebook or TikTok or email or SMS, and it will tell you the sale happened at this particular spot so that you know where to spend your time, effort, and money at again. So if you want more clarity in your marketing and to learn more, check out the link in the description down below. P.S. If you use the link and then use the code BITBRAINING, they'll give you 15% off, which is very nice. All right, so number 4, the part that you have been waiting for. This is the setup. Yo, I promise these numbers are real, and this is a real clothing store, and no, there wasn't anything fancy that we did, right? I'm sharing with you in this video everything that you need to put into place to have these types of results. Literally, I'm explaining everything. I want these results for you, right? Because if you do well, then right, you're gonna share this with somebody else, and then we'll get more views out of the video, right? That's all we're looking for, is to how can we help more people grow the clothing store. So that's what's going on here. But before we jump into the ads manager and I show you the breakdown, I wanted to tell you about our free masterclass training for clothing stores that will walk you through the 5 pillars that you must have in place for your online store to scale consistently and profitably, no matter what is going on in the world. To get free access to this training, check out the link in the description down below. It's 19 minutes, well, I think it's about 15 minutes. We just updated this training, so it is up to date for you right now. But if you want access to that training, make sure you check out the link in the description down below. All right, so we are inside of Ads Manager. This is a set of 2 campaigns. One campaign is through the live sales, and so not really gonna look at that too much. There's not really too many sales that are going on right here from that. And so actually let's, we'll go ahead and leave it on there. But this was the sale right here. So this was the Judy Blue sale, which is a jean sale. This also had some purchases through the app. So app purchases had 125, but most of them were website purchases. The interesting thing here though is we have a 1-day click or view. We are getting enough traffic here, and what we're focused on, right? A 1-day click is if the ad is clicked within 1 day or seen within 1 day, then that is what is going to be attributed for the sale. We look at that because if we do 7-day, a lot of sales are going to come through and it's not really accurate numbers, but it's also an optimization window. So Facebook is trying to find people who are likely to convert within 1 day. So let's actually look at the dates for the sale. So it was the 29th through the 5th here. And so these are the actual numbers. This is me looking at it for the first time to actually show you what is actually going on right now. So let me customize these columns here, and we're gonna look at ROAS. Let's look at conversion. Looks like, okay. I think we may be able to make this work. Let's see here. Now let me get conversion value too. So 11 times there. Website, we had a 6 on return. Mobile app, which wasn't really our focus, but we did get some sales there. Value. All right, achievement is unlocked. Purchase value. All right, so I just highlighted the purchase, unique, the value, the cost, the unique cost. Let's go ahead and make this test. All right, so total return from our campaign, our big one, 1,100 purchases. We had for $11.58. We spent $12,000 during that time period for that particular campaign. Like I said, we had a couple other ones running. This new arrivals one, just ignore it. That's one that's not really part of the sale. This is not really part of the sale either. These two, well, kind of. This is actually for the live selling. Oh, okay, this was just the live sale, sorry. So basically we're just looking at this number here. The other ones I guess could count a little bit, but not really. So we're just mostly looking at this right here. So $11 purchases, scroll over, made 10 times our money total based off of Facebook, 5.89 on the website, and then we got a little bit of sales from the mobile app. We scroll over here, 1,100 purchases, total conversion value. So it's close. We were at, I think I said at the beginning of the video, like 137. I was hoping we were going to get to 140. We're just shy of that. So 139,000 we made at that point. Here, 1,100 purchases, 1,158. So super profitable here. This was a jeans sale, so it was a higher price point item. So 1,158 off of it, and our average jeans were like 35, 40, up to 70. So good profit margin there, which is why you see the return that it is. 25% off for the actual sale, which was a good sale heading into the holiday weekend. And then total unique purchase is the interesting part, right? So we had new customers, right? So we acquired new customers from this. A couple of new unique mobile app purchases as well, which is awesome. But let's look at this setup here. So you're probably wondering, okay, well, what's he doing that's so much different? Well, not much, right? So we're focused on the website. It is going broad. We got an audience size of 97 to 114,000. Your ad may not be optimized because you haven't received any activity for the conversion you selected at all, or in one of the times in this point. So we need to look at this. This is interesting. That was not the case here, right? You guys are seeing this in real time. So we're going to go ahead and look at that. Dynamic creative was switched on. Our dynamic creative, if you watched any of our videos, what this does is it takes, we'll put in 3 to 4 image or videos. Graphics. So we'll put in those items, we'll put in 2 headlines and 2 primary descriptions, and then we'll let Facebook choose the options that are best as a combination together. We did have an end date. I don't typically suggest this, but we had a sale that was like, all right, 11:59 p.m., this must go off, and we had it as Pacific time. So this ad went on until California time period. All right, 20 to 64, that was an age range. Then we're focused on women. So as you can see here, United States, 20 to 64, women, that's it. I mean, as you can see here, no detailed targeting. Languages are all wide open. Placements, we focus on the feeds. There wasn't anything else. That was it. 1 day after clicking. And then when we'll get charged as an impression. That's it. That literally is the setup there. And the best part here is, like, once you set it up correctly, then you don't have to manage it as much. Our main goal was like, okay, we're gonna take this from, let's see how much we ended up getting up to per day. So we're at, let me just see here. So we were spending about $1,900 a day for that particular campaign. So we scaled up. We were at, I think maybe we started at around $1,000, $1,100 and scaled up to $1,900 per day. And so good chunk of money that we're going there, which is why Facebook enjoyed it, right? So in the last, I don't know, 7 days, right? Facebook's looking for a certain amount of purchases. It just really needs confidence that they can show it to more people. And because of that, right, we had a good ad, great offer to the right people, super broad. Like I said, we'll go back to here and I'll show you that it's just super broad. And then we put the right offer in front of the right people. And you're wondering, okay, so how the heck does this work? Very simply, Facebook can read the images that are on the screen, and it knows which people are interested in certain things, right? And so the picture, the images that we're using here, let me see if I can pull up one of them. That's one of the things I don't know if I can. Okay, so this is what I'm not able to show you too much because it does show too much of the actual brand in this particular spot. What I can show you is that it was a picture of jeans. There was no bodies shown. There was a video. The video is one that we may be able to show in another video. Just need to get permission for it. But what I'm telling you is that, like, Facebook's able to see images, and so it saw that it was images of jeans going after women with a great offer, and then it took care of the rest. So we spent enough money to win at an auction. We put it in front of the right people, and they continued to do well. Now, what would happen here if we ran out of inventory, or something else happened to the ads? Well, it probably would have plummeted. So we had a great run. This was a very good campaign. We probably could have pushed it to $2,500 or $3,000 per day, but inventory probably wouldn't have allowed it either. So it was just a short sprint to generate sales. And like I said, we generated close to $139,000 at that point. This type of campaign will drop down. We will stop spending this much money on this type of campaign. But the creative, very simple. It was just saying, hey, limited time offer, 25% off for these jeans, picture of the jeans, and then I think we had a couple other pieces of creative that were going on with it as well. Like I said, there was a video with some movement of people like showing the jeans stretching, and then a GIF which were highlighting the images or highlighting the text of the sale, basically. So it was, hey, this is a flash sale, and that's it. Nothing super special about it. I wish that there was, but I think it's more encouraging for you to know that you can scale up your business, you can grow your business, and you don't have to get super complicated here. Especially if you're just starting out at a clothing store. You don't need to spend $1,900 a day, but you could, and all it comes down to is really the ad setup here. And going broad is best suited whenever you are looking to actually scale here, or if you're just even starting out.